Explain the following with an example. Kolbe's reaction. What Kolbe has said, he has said you take phenol. Lovely. Now you treat this with a strong base like NaOH or KOH. Let's take NaOH for example. So you have sodium phenoxide as the salt. You treat this with CO2. Okay. And very interestingly, you have a substitution reaction in which this hydrogen, orthoposition hydrogen, gets substituted. And this is what you obtain. And you just acidify this. What do you get? You get salicylic acid. Wow. This is Kolbe's reaction. And of course, this is the example as well. Reimer-Tiemann reaction. Well, you start with phenol. Okay. You take chloroform and you take NaOH or KOH, whichever you feel like, and you heat it somewhat. What does it give you? Actually, chloroform reacts with KOH. It produces dichlorocarbene also as an intermediate in case you're interested. Otherwise, all you should be interested in is you get a nice, happy, lovely salt. Salt of salicylaldehyde. Just acidify this. And you get OH and you get COH. Very famous salicylaldehyde is used in many painkiller ointments, etc., etc. A very popular compound, and this is the standard method, Reimer-Tiemann reaction. Williamson's ether synthesis. It is a synthesis which is used for making symmetrical as well as unsymmetrical ethers starting from alcohols and alkyl halides. How do you do that? Same. You have alcohol ROH, right? You add sodium. You get RO minus, Na plus. This is step 1. You get sodium alkoxide. And then you add this to R-X. And R-X should preferably be primary or secondary halide only. Why? Simply because this reaction goes by SN2 mechanism, and SN2 mechanism is good only for primary and secondary alkyl halides. Wow. What would happen? Well, as life would have it, attack. And I get R, O, R dash. I get an unsymmetrical ether also is possible. Could it be symmetric? Yes. If you choose such that R is equal to R dash, you can also get a symmetrical ether. But you can also obtain unsymmetrical ether without any problem. One constraint. R dash X should preferably be primary or secondary halide only. Then only you get a good yield for Williamson's ether synthesis. We could take many examples, like say if you have CH3, CH2OH, right? You add sodium, you get CH3, CH2O minus. You treat this with methyl chloride. You get CH3, CH2O, CH3. Methyl ether, again a very good example of obtaining an unsymmetrical ether by Williamson's synthesis. Unsymmetrical ether. What is unsymmetrical ether? What is an ether? Ether has a general formula ROR dash. If R is not equal to R dash, it is unsymmetrical ether. That's it. For example, methoxyethane, or could be anything. Ethoxypropane 2, ethoxypropane, anything of that kind. These are all examples of unsymmetrical ethers.